The honey badger, also known as the radle, is a small carnivorous mammal belonging to the mustelid family, the same fierce lineage as weasels, otters, and wolverines. But size has never defined danger in the wild, and the honey badger is living proof that fearlessness does not depend on height, weight, or reputation. At first glance, the honey badger appears unassuming. Its body is low to the ground, compact and powerfully built. Adults and juveniles share the same striking coloration, deep black fur covering the belly, legs, tail, and the lower portion of the head, contrasted by a pale gray or white stripe running across the back and crown. This bold pattern is not camouflage, it is a warning, nature's way of saying, do not underestimate what you see. The honey badger's skin is one of its greatest defenses. Thick, loose, and remarkably tough, it allows the animal to twist and turn even when caught in the jaws of a predator. This armor-like hide can tolerate bites, wasp stings, bee attacks, and even the sharp quills of a porcupine. Where most animals would panic or retreat, the honey badger endures. This resilience is paired with formidable weapons. An adult honey badger possesses claws measuring nearly 4 centimeters in length, curved, strong, and perfectly designed for digging, tearing, and fighting. These claws allow it to rip apart termite mounds, excavate burrows, shred beehives, and defend itself with brutal efficiency. The honey badger is not a picky eater. It is an opportunistic omnivore with a carnivore's aggression. It hunts rodents, reptiles, birds, insects, and scavenges when necessary, but it does not limit itself to small prey. Porcupines, hares, and venomous snakes are all fair game. Even animals much larger than the honey badger, wildebeest calves, antelopes, and other ungulates may find themselves targeted if they are weak, injured, or cornered. Perhaps most astonishing of all is the honey badger's attitude toward danger. It does not flee from threats, it confronts them. It will not hesitate to stand its ground against a lion, yes, the lion, often called the king of the jungle, a title earned through size and strength, but not always courage. When threatened, the honey badger raises its head, bares its teeth, growls with ferocity, and charges without hesitation. This same defiance is shown toward hyenas and cheetahs. If the honey badger senses danger to itself or a member of its family, it will fight, regardless of the odds. Its reputation is so widespread that even apex predators often think twice before engaging. Lions and leopards, despite their power, rarely attempt to eat a honey badger. Not because they cannot kill it, but because the cost of doing so is often too high. In one remarkable encounter, a leopard believes it has already won. The spotted predator has managed to seize a small honey badger in its jaws. To the leopard, this should be over. Most prey would be lifeless within seconds. But the story does not end there. Suddenly, the mother honey badger appears. Without hesitation, without fear, she launches herself at the leopard with explosive aggression. She bites, snarls, and attacks with relentless fury. The leopard, startled and unprepared for such resistance, retreats. It flees, not slowly, not cautiously, but like a frightened house cat. The mother does not stop. She chases the leopard, determined to put distance between the threat and her baby. Every step is fueled by instinct, rage, and unbreakable resolve. It is a stunning sight, a small mammal forcing one of the world's most powerful predators into retreat. It is difficult to comprehend the courage required to confront one of the strongest felines on Earth. Yet for the honey badger, this courage is not extraordinary, it is normal. In another scene, the honey badger finds itself in an even more dangerous situation. It stands in the middle of a group of lions, not one, not two, but a cluster, an environment where escape is nearly impossible, even for Africa's most formidable creatures. The air is tense, muscles coil, eyes lock. Most animals would freeze, some would flee, others would surrender. The honey badger attacks. It charges with fearless aggression, snapping, growling, and lunging toward the lionesses. The response is immediate and revealing. The lionesses step back. They know exactly what this animal is capable of. Size means nothing when the opponent is reckless, aggressive, and immune to intimidation. Despite its small stature, the honey badger commands space through attitude alone. It refuses to yield. It refuses to submit. But this time, the odds are too great. The honey badger is surrounded by two lions in a narrow area. There is little room to maneuver, little space to escape. One of the lions lunges and grabs the honey badger. Today is not its lucky day. The struggle is brief but violent. Yet even in defeat, the honey badger does not surrender its legend, because this encounter does not define the species. Had it faced a solitary lioness, the outcome may have been very different. History has shown that lone predators often regret underestimating the honey badger, suffering bites, torn flesh, and humiliation before retreating. The honey badger's story is not about invincibility, it's about refusal. Refusal to fear, refusal to retreat, refusal to accept its place in the food chain. In the wild, survival often belongs to the fastest or the strongest, but sometimes it belongs to the boldest, to the animal that does not recognize danger as a reason to stop. The honey badger embodies that philosophy. It is not reckless by accident, it is reckless by design. Evolution shaped this creature not to avoid conflict, but to endure it, to fight through pain, to withstand venom, to survive attacks that would end most lives. This is why the honey badger has become legendary, not just among scientists and wildlife experts, but across cultures and generations. In Africa's unforgiving landscapes, reputation can be as powerful as claws or teeth, and the honey badger's reputation precedes it wherever it goes. Predators pause, scavengers hesitate, even the savanna seems to hold its breath, because when a honey badger enters the scene, nothing behaves as expected. It is small, it is fierce, and it does not care who stands in its way.